Hey,
Now we're good. Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Awesome sauce. So we'll get started. Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Natasha Nurse. This is Dr. Aikyna Finch, and we are bringing
Hello.
to you the next Styleforit conversation. And today we're going to be talking about what success really looks like. And so, first couple of things. What is Styleforit? Styleforit is the first online plus size consignment platform dedicated to sizes 12 to 32, which is really exciting. If you don't know what we're talking about, go to styleforit.com and you can shop, you can create your own shop, you can make money off of clothes in your own closet, and you can tune into more content like the one we're going to be delivering to you today. So with that, I think I'd love for you, Dr. Finch, to share who are you and how you got started as a social media expert and an entrepreneur.
Well, I am Dr. Aikyna Finch. I help you create a demand for your supply using social media and technology. I got
Mm-hmm.
started with social media in 2008 when I was helping soldiers find jobs. And from that, I realized the power that social media could provide for an entrepreneur as well as someone who is trying to find a 9 to 5. It taught me that there's other people out there that's interested in your
Mm.
content, and where you can't mail everybody in the world, and you can't get on bus, plane, and train and hit everybody in the world. You can
Mm-hmm.
start putting out your things to social media and let
Mm.
them find you in real time using your hashtags and your different SEO options.
Mm-hmm.
So as I started putting things out there, I realized that other people were feeling my content, and I wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
only one feeling this kind of way. And from there, success grew. And from
Mm-hmm.
there, I learned what my success looks like, through
Mm.
social media and technology. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody's success is different. But today, I want to share what it looked like for me
Mm-hmm.
and how it could possibly look for you.
Okay. And how has your fashion played a role in this journey as growing your platform through social media, technology, entrepreneurship?
Oh my goodness. So my mother's gonna love this interview, right? So
Yeah.
uh I actually had I actually was challenged to a
Mm-hmm.
glam challenge last year, I do believe it was,
Mm.
because I am a techie. So
Mm-hmm.
meaning that the fashion, I didn't get that fashion thing just out of nature. I came up from a
Okay.
family of fashionistas, but I did not get the
Oh,
bug.
wow. Okay.
Which was very interesting. And so it was like, okay. I mean, my mother was a seamstress and I could care less about clothes. I could put on a
Oh,
t-shirt and a blue
wow.
jean and, it was just okay. So to me, because it was all about what was in my head and the knowledge that I could help you with.
Mm.
But the thing that she finally said, okay, try it. Okay, try putting on some makeup. Try putting on, doing your hair. Try, putting on some clothes.
Yeah.
Try this. Try it for a year, and then if I'm wrong, I will shut up. But if not,
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, fine, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
in 2017 was the first time I'd ever got my professional makeup done. It was the
Okay.
first time that I had different stylists,
Mm-hmm.
thing opportunities. Really worked with working with my body type and shape. That's very,
Yes.
very important.
Yes.
And the first time that I put my face out there made up, I think
Mm-hmm.
the picture got 1,000 hits. And so
Oh, wow.
they were like, oh my God, Dr. Finch, where have you been? And then to take it out.
Oh,
And so I was like, oh, okay. And then, then the clothing started happening. I started,
yes.
I had became a little fluffier than I used to be. And so that played a part in that. And so,
Yep.
I started going to places like, Styleforit, Ashley Stewart, things like that, to start really finding
Mm-hmm.
stuff for my shape. And I was like, okay, I can see this,
Mm.
and then the thing that happened was speaking engagement started changing. The
Okay.
caliber of interviews started changing. The caliber of
Mm.
opportunities started changing. So
Yes.
what it came out to be is that people, no matter what you have to say, they'll tend to listen to you more if you look better.
Mm. Mm. Oh, that's an interesting statement. Okay.
Yes. And so I was
Mm.
like, wow. I said I could have done, so many things going forward,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, wow,
Mm.
because me, I'm about knowledge. I want to
Mm-hmm.
soak it up. I want to know about it like you. I like to go to the library and all that kind of things like that.
Yeah.
But some people are just visual, and if they don't have a visual piece to stimulate themselves, they can't even hear you. And
Yes.
so if you are somebody who is sharing information, who's trying to build other people up or trying to take them to the next level, you might
Yes.
just have to come and be visually correct.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah. And the
Absolutely.
moment that I figured that out,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm speaking on stages. Like in September, I'll be speaking on the same stage with Elanya Van Zant. In October, I'm gonna be
Mm.
speaking on the same stage with Stacey Lattisaw. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, wow, things that you wouldn't have never thought about, when I was just in my blue jeans and my t-shirt. So
Yeah.
yes. Mhm.
Interesting. So you think that by taking that glam challenge, you like leveled up in your business because your presentation now was different and was attracting new audiences then.
Oh yes, yes. I even went
Mm.
natural. The perm was not
Mm-hmm.
working for me. I don't have that kind of perm type hair. And so I
Yeah.
said, and it's been calling for me. I changed, went natural, and as soon as I went natural, then it was just like I exuded a different energy. The clothes exuded
Mm.
a different energy.
Mm-hmm.
When you're okay with yourself, and how you feel, and I
Yeah.
know people say, it doesn't make a difference because I said it. But, eventually when I let
Yeah.
myself get into these things, it really did
Mm-hmm.
make a difference. So, yes, it definitely up leveled my business because a lot of people
Mm.
now will kind of say, hmm, so now what we're going to do next, and so,
Okay.
or how can I talk to you, or how can I reach out to you, you know so now I'm not going to say that you can sit there and look pretty and then sit up there and talk a whole bunch of fluff and think you're going to get your business. Okay, no, you
Mm-hmm.
kind of have to work the work, you have to walk and
Absolutely.
talk it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was doing half. I only had the expertise and I didn't have the look the part. So once I got the look the
Mm.
part,
Mm-hmm.
then everything started coming together in full fruition. So yeah.
I love that. Okay. And now for other people who are tuning in, either on the live or the replay, and they too are like, you know what, I could jazz up my presentation. What would be practical steps that you would give them that use on your own journey?
Wow. I broke it down into sections. So,
Mm-hmm.
I did the weight loss thing, I could still be curvy, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be as fluffy as I was. So, I started working out a little bit more, and I started eating better. And so now I have a healthier body that I can work with.
Mm-hmm.
And then uh,
Okay.
the next thing is, finding what colors make you pop. I love a good blue. I'm a blue
Mm-hmm.
girl. Also love a good
Mm-hmm.
red and a good orange. So that means most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
besides the blue, for the most part, I'm a warm colored type of girl. So,
Okay.
staying in the warm ranges, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna always have some blue. It's always gonna happen. But
Yep.
there's a few cold colors that I could do, cool colors I could do, but for the most part, I pop in a warm. And so
Okay.
that was a good thing for me to learn, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then the silhouette, I have a little bit more tummy, so I need to learn how to camouflage the tummy with ruching and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Learning what works with your body type. Some skin tight is not going to work for me, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then definitely start finding out what you're comfortable in too.
Mm.
And shoes, very important. I am not a 6-inch heel type of girl. I
Yes.
needed that one or two to start off. Now some people walk, put their first heel on and they just make it happen. My
Yeah, yeah,
cousins are that people. I am still at
yeah.
a one or two heel. I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
But
No, that makes sense.
making it work for you, finding out what
Hmm.
style works for you, so you're not comfortable, you're not stumbling around and everything.
Hmm.
You don't feel awkward, because when you feel awkward, then that makes you stop and go back to your comfort zone. And
Yep.
so I had to learn about the awkward moments and as well. And so once I found that comfort, found out what worked for me, that still looked classy or still looked
Yeah.
approachable, then that helped me a lot.
I love that. And hello, Natasha Allen. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for
Hi.
tuning in. I completely agree with you. I think, what people should take from this is that your presentation, your fashion takes effort, like everything else. If you want to understand SEO, if you want to understand algorithms of social media, if you want to understand how to code, how to build a website, what do you have to do? You have to put time and effort and energy into it. And fashion is the same. It's another skill, it's another tool. It's not just happenstance. You just walk out of your house looking immaculate, right? A lot of
Right.
people will have their clothes customized. Why do we love Beyonce's fashion? She customizes everything, because if you look at things, is it possible to get clothing that fits you just right off the rack? Possibly, but if you really want a perfect fit, you have to customize things and tailor it for your body. When it comes to understanding your body type, how did you, I'd love for you to break that out a little bit. Did you go in a bunch of stores and try on stuff? Did you do it at home? How did you work that out for yourself?
Funny you should say that, because I decided I needed a new photo shoot.
Okay.
And and part of the photo shoot situation was that I had to go and send my pictures to different clothes to my photographer, who was
Uh-huh.
a stylist, by nature. So I would look at things and I take pictures and I think, oh, I like this, I put it on. No,
Hmm.
no, 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 and no. And so after 2 hours of no, with one dress, I left with
Mm.
one dress and that she
Wow.
was pleased with. I realized that I was completely off the mark. So
Okay.
I said, okay, but I do know what kind of stores I'm comfortable in and the type of style to work with. The professional ones she was okay with. It was like the casual things and all that, because
Hmm.
I was good with a blue jean and t-shirt or a pair of jogging pants. So I did not
Yeah.
know all of those other pieces. And so yes, definitely about the body type.
Hmm.
I got more apple now than I do pear. And so
Hmm.
so I had to learn how, because when I'm smaller, I'm more pear. And so it's like, so I had to
Okay.
learn how to dress myself to, accommodate this
Yes.
new situation. So that's another thing
Hmm.
that you have to be okay with. Our bodies change. They do. And we
True.
have to be okay with the fact. Now, if you want to change it, okay, but we don't have to sit there and look slobby while we're changing it. We can be, start dressing our body types.
Hmm.
So, and I say it that way because I was that person. Oh, I don't want to buy any clothes until I get to where I want to be. Well, what happens if you
Mm.
don't get to where you want to be and you actually have to leave your house? And you actually have to present,
Yeah.
which was my problem. Because, it
Yeah.
was like I would be invited to things, but I didn't have anything in my closet that fit my body type. So I just wouldn't go,
Oh,
and
wow.
so,
Mm.
right. And so I was like, no, we got to stop doing this, because, I need to be comfortable within me. And so I thought
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
was a very good thing to learn. So work with the body type, try the different
Hmm.
things, try the different colors, because certain colors they used to work with you may not be it. Certain
Yeah.
patterns we can't do anymore, that we
Hmm.
used to could do. But then,
Yeah.
try a solid top with a bold bottom, or try a bold bottom with a
Hmm.
solid top,
Yep.
and switch it up. And then, that way you can still have your little pop, but you're not overwhelming. You're not looking, oh, come out looking like a circus clown sometimes, with all these different colors and prints and things. And,
Yeah.
so, and I mean, all of this, I'm comical, but I'm saying all this because I had to go through
Yeah.
all of this. So yes, it's
Mm.
very important.
Okay. And now that you are more comfortable in your kind of fashion journey, what are things that are staple pieces for you in your closet? If we were to look in your closet, what would we find?
Oh, you'd find a lot of jumpsuits. I love them. Love them. And
Okay.
it just so happens that they fit my body type because I'm only 5'1 1/4. So,
Yeah.
and I have the little long legs and the short waist. So they actually kind of fit me perfectly, so it
Mhm.
works out. And
Okay.
then, of course, I love a nice fluffy skirt, that
Okay.
kind of twirls, because it
Okay.
covers up the tummy, you know.
Hmm.
And then love jeans. I like skinny jeans
Okay.
because, it's like more like the jegging type of situation. And I can put
Hmm.
a little tee over it or a nice little thing to cover over the little tookish.
Hmm.
Those things are very good. And then and I do notice that I keep my t-shirts, but I don't buy the men t-shirt anymore. I buy the fitted t-shirts so that you
Yes.
can fit towards your body type because I
Hmm.
was looking like a linebacker in them big old t-shirts. I have to start looking like a chick.
Yes.
So I know this is funny, but yes, that this is
Yeah.
my mind frame. So
Gotcha.
yes, those are some of the things you will find in there. Um,
Okay.
I have experimented with different types of shoes. The
Hmm.
smaller ones do go leave the house more than the taller ones,
Yes.
but we're working with the larger ones to get my feet acclimated to that situation. So
Okay.
yes.
You know what? And I appreciate that. I'm 5'8", and to be honest, like I always joke and say I'm close enough to heaven. I don't need to wear high heels. I think, when it comes to comfort and style, they go best together, not apart. And I think that if like not everyone is a high heel girl, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
commend and I salute all girls who can rock 6-inch heels. You and I are not one of those, and that's
Mm-mm.
completely fine. And there are plenty of shoes alternatives that you can find that are super cute and fun and comfortable, because if you're going on stage and you're doing a talk, how are you going to give your best work if you can't feel comfortable on the stage, right? If your feet are hurting, are you going to focus on making a connection with your audience, or are you going to be thinking, damn it, my feet hurt, right? Like you can't let your
Right.
fashion interfere with the work, right? So I think that that's
Right.
important, and I think you should accept who you are, right? Like there's some people, like you and I both love natural hairstyles. Some are like, girl, give me my perm. I think you have to come to terms with who you are and just rock
Right.
that, right? Because the more comfortable you are with you, and the way that you express that with your presentation, the more that will resonate with others, and people will agree, disagree. Guess what? Your life isn't a democracy. So like you got to do you, and live with that. When it comes to like your like a successful outfit or outfits that give you more confidence, what would you say are staple pieces that you go to?
Hmm. That's a good question. So I have some dressier, like I have this blue jumpsuit with the
Mm-hmm.
ruffles and the little neck piece and everything, and I wore that to a conference, and everybody was like, "Oh!" I think I met you at that conference actually
Yes,
when I
yes,
had that
Women on
on.
the Rise. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, and then some people are still asking about that. Are you gonna wear the blue again? Are we gonna see the
Oh
blue
no,
one
you
again?
did. It was a rocking piece for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, we need to see the blue again. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
And then,
yeah.
um, gold, a little bit of red, a little bit of black, a nice slimming black, you know.
Okay.
Um, I do love those things. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on the jacket situation because I'm always cold. So
Okay.
that is,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I love the different styles and the way jackets make different things look. So
Yes.
but of course, because I have a good set of girls, I'm working on the size issue
Yes.
because if I buy them for the size I am, they're not gonna close. So we have to go
Mm.
up and above, and I'm having to be okay with the fact that I have to go above just because I want to close it, not because I am, over
That
and
size.
beyond.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. And so, you still have that little bit that you go through, but I think the jacket thing has really been a staple that's been working.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the I know what, the different colors. And then, of course, I like a good skirt. A good
Yes,
skirt
me
is
too.
good. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, a good skirt. And then, you always have your little leggings, that they
Mm-hmm.
always comfortable because, you have to have a travel outfit. I have
Yes.
one particular travel dress that I wear when I travel, and, those are really comfortable and things like that. So, but for the most part, I would say, my dressier jumpsuits, my jackets,
Mm-hmm.
my tailored skirts, and then my little leggings. Those are
Okay.
staples.
Yeah, I think that that's great. And if you listening live or on the replay, if you haven't thought about what are your go-to confident pieces to wear, you definitely need to, because that's how you
Mm-hmm.
can make an entrance on your on an interview. If you have a presentation coming up, you have to have items in your closet. When you wear them, you feel like your best self, because we as women need as many forces of empowerment as possible, and fashion is definitely one of them. For me, I love a good maxi dress because I have
Mm-hmm.
like a high waisted pear shape, and I got the boom booms and the big behind, right? So when I get a perfect maxi, the boobs are out, the waist looks small, and it flows down, so it's kind of a nice symmetry of my body, and so I feel maxi dresses work well for me. I do love leggings and stuff like that, because if I do have a more fitted dress, I like to make sure everything's covered up. Can't have all your hoo-has and everything
Right.
out. You know, so those are pieces. And yes, I agree with you. Having a proper blazer and jacket is key, because maybe you are looking to kind of accentuate certain things, and maybe sometimes we're feeling a bit bloated, right? A nice jacket does wonders for you. So definitely go on the hunt for some of those. You'll find some pieces actually on styleforit.com, which is really exciting. But yeah, it's just, I think, a matter of taking time, right? Taking time to, the same way that we look and learn different things for our businesses, for our careers, you have to spend time and say, what are the new brands out here? What are the consignment options out here? And for me personally, why I've loved like sites like Styleforit is the fact that like you can get pricing that really works for your wallet, because like, I don't know about you, but like I love Michael Kors, but I don't like Michael Kors pricing. So,
Right.
I want a top that doesn't have to be $100, right? And so that's why I think places like Styleforit really work. Now, we are coming down to a little bit of the end of this, so I do want to get a couple more questions in. So first, what would you say was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome in creating kind of your signature style so that you could level up in your business?
Um, fit. Fit was probably
Mm,
the biggest. Yeah, because I
okay.
don't necessarily like stuff to touch me. And then of
Okay.
course I have those legs that
Yeah.
are one size when I stand up and then like three sizes larger when I sit down. so wearing pants that fit when I stand up, I always
Yeah.
have to sit down to make sure that they're gonna fit me. Yeah, so
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, so fit was probably the biggest thing to overcome.
Mm.
But once we got the fit down to where I would put it on and
Mm-hmm.
keep it on,
Yeah.
then I was good to go with experimenting after that. I just had to figure out what
Okay.
materials worked and what made feel better for me. Hmm.
Okay. And so that's a great point. And now what do you feel is going to be next on your fashion journey? Like what's another way that you feel like you could expand your comfort zone that you haven't like embarked on now?
Oh, so as far as hair, I'm going to actually wear it like big. Yes.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
try to do that. Yes. Yes, because I actually straightened it out. I was so excited. Yeah. And it
Oh,
actually comes down to
nice.
here. Yeah. So I have
Oh,
hair on my
nice.
head, but the shrinkage
Yes.
is real. So I'm working
Yes.
on how to bring it down, so working on that.
Okay.
Also, more, I like dresses, but I don't necessarily like them more fitted or whatever. So I want to try more fitted dresses, you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I think that that'll be good because, I use my dresses for my comfort or if I have to speak. But I
Yes.
just want to just go out and just wear them just because. So that would be really
Absolutely.
cool. And
Okay.
then shorts. I haven't had a pair
Yes.
of shorts on in about 10 years. So, yeah.
Wow.
So I want to try a pair of shorts. Yes. So
Yes.
we're going to be in, so that's definitely out the comfort
Cool.
zone. When you haven't been in them in a decade, you have completely X'd them out.
Yes, yes,
But
yes,
yes.
yes. Oh, good. Now, are you trying the shorts this summer? Do you feel ready for that?
You know what? I think I am. I actually got into a swimming suit the other day and got into the
Aw,
pool. So that
yes.
was new. I hadn't had a swimming suit on in about 5 years. So
Wow.
yeah, so I broke that hurdle. So I guess I could
Yes.
try on the shorts too. So we're gonna do the
Awesome. I
shorts.
love that. Yes, I love that. And was it like, was it because you just didn't feel comfortable or you hadn't found something that was a good fit for you?
A little bit of both. A little bit of
Okay.
both.
Okay.
And so, because when I was smaller, I would wear the little shorter ones because I'm shorter. And
Yeah.
I don't look good with real long that come to my knees. So when I got to a
Yeah.
certain size, it just looked like I was just a hoochie. And so so I had to
Oh my
so so now I need to find one that's a little bit better size, for for all the sizes I have
God. Okay.
now. But we're gonna make it happen. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you need to do stand up, Dr. Finch. You're ridiculous. I adore you.
Thank you.
I adore you. You're too.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay. And with all of that, I feel like you gave so many tips and so much advice. And so ultimately, to answer the question, what does success look like for you?
Success looks like me being comfortable in my skin, for me
Yes.
to be able to have the presentation polish that's needed for people to hear me, not just to
Mm,
look at me. I need them to
mm,
hear, I need them to see, I need them to execute. But sometimes
mm.
they need to see you look successful a
Yes.
certain way for them to say that's successful in their head, and
Yes.
then they will want to listen to you. And once I
Mm,
got that in my mind that that's what was needed, that was the point of it, then I said, okay. So
mm.
but because there's a lot of stuff that I could teach and that they need, but if it's just me changing my clothes around so that they can hear me, I can do that.
Absolutely. I love that. Oh, amazing. So you mentioned a couple of really amazing things coming up for you. What's the breakdown? How can people champion you and support you? Where do they go? And what are some upcoming really great announcements that you wanted to share?
Okay, so you can come to ADF. Uh, Women, no, no, I'm sorry. DRAD Finch at all social media handles, or you
Mm-hmm.
can go to AikynaFinch.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be everywhere. So starting
Yeah.
in 2 weeks, we're going to be in the DMV area. We're going to be in South
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm.
Um, yes. Of course, Arlington, Virginia again. We're going to be in Bowie, Maryland, Philadelphia.
Mm.
So, I mean, just a lot of different places. And I would love to connect with you if you are around. So definitely go to AikynaFinch.com or go
Mm-hmm.
to all the social media handles because I have a page that's bit.ly/ Dr. A.D. Finch info. And you can find
Mm-hmm.
out where I am all the time. So,
Perfect.
yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You are so busy, and I'm so incredibly honored that you came on and shared your advice and her incredible humor. Did you guys not laugh? Ridiculousness. I love her. I can't. But yeah, all we do is we laugh.
We do. We do.
It's ridiculous thing, but I love it. And thank you. And do you have any, I guess, last minute words of wisdom that you want to share for people who maybe they're struggling? Maybe they're struggling in their business and they're trying to figure out, what can I do? What can I do to get my message heard more?
You know, I want y'all to figure out where y'all are now and accept it.
Mm,
Stop making up excuses of why it is, making up dreams of what you think it's supposed to be, all these things.
mm,
The first thing is accepting where you are right now so that you
mm,
can move up in your, because you have to have a strong foundation, and accepting where you are is the foundation. If you're sitting there
mm,
test lying, you have an unsolid foundation. Accept where you
mm,
are, make a
mm,
list of things you want to change, and then tackle each thing on the list. Some can be
mm.
done together, some things need to have its own focus, but at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, go ahead and tackle that thing, and then
Hmm.
become the person you're meant to be. And at the end, you just might fall in love with her. Just saying.
Absolutely. I love that. Ah, amazing. Guys, go to Dr. Aikyna Finch's website, aikynafinch.com. I shared it in the comments. Dr. Finch, if you have more that you want to share in the comments, feel free to come in and add that as well. If you guys watching this on the live or replay have any follow-up questions, both she and I can come in and put that in
Yes.
here. So please don't be shy. She's an incredible resource of humor, of amazement, as well as incredible knowledge. So don't be shy, ask your questions. Thank you for joining the next Styleforit conversation. And if you guys have not gone to styleforit.com, you are missing out on deals, on content, on support, right? And
Right.
us bigger girls, we need as much support as we can when it comes to our fashion, when it
Exactly.
comes to our confidence, and when it comes to leveling up, whether it's our life, our career, our business, or beyond. So let's do it. The time is now. Someday is not any day in this week. Let's start now. All right. So thank you for everyone tuning in, and I hope everyone has a great, blessed day. And thank you again, Dr. Finch, for coming on.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.